Morning. YouTube. Sunday morning. The end of another week. It is 8:38 in the AM. 48 degrees out there. And the Piper Dave weather station, we're slightly above 50 here. Thank you, Dave. And, oh, one of my sons, I'm sorry. Trying to get the lowdown on what they're doing for their mom for Mother's Day. She's working, so it'll be after 5 before they do anything. Oh yeah, it is Mother's Day. I wish my mother a happy Mother's Day as she shuffled off to go to church today. So I thought I'd get on here and do a little therapy today because this is the month of May, and it's a bad month for me. I have two bad months, and that's December and May. Grab your cup of Joe. Let's go. But this isn't a caffeine with CJ day. This is just my first cup of coffee, so that I can sound intelligent. It gets hard in December and May. To keep your emotions in check. So, on oh boy, where was I going with that one? Oh, ah, so on the 16th would have been Cindy and I's 13th uh, anniversary. 13 years married. We were together for 15 years. I might I'll give you a warning now. We might get a little religious talk sprinkled in here. You know, I should have turned this off. I'm gonna turn it off. Turn the sound off now. That way, that's still a hard habit to break. You know, I mean, I lived on a cell phone for 20 years in business. And every time you hear that little ding, the first thing that pops in your mind is, oh, there's a load offer. Got to check it. But nah, move on. Ain't been a load offer in 4 years. When did I retire? Let's see, I'm 65. I retired at 60. Late 61, I retired. So y'all do the math. You know, math ain't my strong point. You know, sometimes I think I was pretty stupid after Cindy passed away. Excuse me, I apologize for that. And I realized that I was about to get screwed. And I said, there ain't no way in hell I'm giving up my house or my possessions or anything like that. And I just, we could still be dragging this out in court had I had the funding. But I mean, I burned through everything that we had saved for trying to keep everything. And then there's days when I you know, don't get me wrong, I am very grateful that I was able to come back home. But this is not where I'm supposed to be at this point in my life. Now, you know, I'm a believer in God. After all, I am ordained. Oh, sirens. But I found, and I still am. I'm a little mad at God. One, that Cindy died. Sweetest person in the world. Wouldn't harm a flea. Wouldn't harm it. She would pick up an ant that was in the kitchen and take it outside. And then I was mad, still am, that this all happened. What did I do to deserve this? I mean, if it wasn't, I mean, I appreciate, I mean, my sons helped me move at the end when we had to pull the plug on trying to save the house. I came back home. And it's a good thing I came back home because, well, Mom, but I could have done what I'm doing for Mom and still had my house, still had my possessions, Still had money in the bank. We're getting back there. And there's little moments of brilliance that come in and says, man, I really need to get back in church. But when that time comes, then you realize, I'm still mad. So you don't go. N- 99% of the time I keep myself occupied and I don't really dwell on it. But that 1%, it's brutal. It'll tear you up, man. I don't know if I shared this back in the beginning. Hip's a little unhappy this morning, but I don't know if I shared this back in the beginning, but had it not been for my primary care physician seeing the signs that I was about to go down a terrible path. Where, excuse me, uh, and set me up with a psychologist. But I had worked out all of the details, but I had planned to take their lives. Had it all worked out. But now, I'll just let karma do her job. That would have been stupid if had I done it, but it worked out pretty good in my mind. uh, well, I think this little therapy session is coming to a close. funny. You know, mom's a picture person. Her and my cousin, uh, we call her Little Hazel because she's just like her mother. But they're picture people. They've been going through their pictures. And then, you know, they bring me pictures of me and Cindy and I. Pictures of my previous residents when they came to visit us. Here, I thought you might want these. Appreciate the offer. I don't want them. I don't need to be reminded every time I go through a photo album of what used to be. Well, I got things to do today. Got to go get a little shopping done. Real grocery shopping, by the way. Can't afford to do that kind of grocery shopping every week, but the real grocery store I can. Yeah, I just look around. Got about 9 foot of table here that has my life stacked up onto it. If I ever, when, not if, when my time here is done and I get to get into my own house. Whether it be here in Ohio or Florida. That all depends on what's going on in my life at that time. If I'm still a party of one, I'll be in Florida. If I'm a party of two and they're already established and they have no desire to move, then I'll be here in Ohio. Still looking for a piece of property. But right now, man, it is a seller's market and they don't budge. And like I was watching Greg Tunnel Take this morning about people spending their income more than their income for a house and stuff. And so the price has got to be right for a piece of property. Then if I decide to move, hopefully it's a seller's market. Then if I don't decide to move, then I'll build out there. Well, I think I've covered just about everything today. 20 minutes. Oh my God. Time flies when you're having fun. Wake up. I'll see you guys in the morning, or maybe later if something really exciting happens, which I don't foresee that happening. But I hope you're well and I hope you're safe. And every day is a school day. If you're not learning, you're being left behind. Peace.